Hello friends, welcome back or welcome to my channel. So it's definitely been a minute since I did a bit of a DIY type of situation on this channel. So I actually had gotten this and at first I was like, the silhouette is a little bit maybe out of style, maybe it's not like the newest coolest thing, you know, the oversize is very in, but I knew suede was coming, so I didn't want to like let this sample pass by me. So I held on to it thinking it's great quality, it's real suede, and we are not going to just like toss this in the wind. So I kept on to it, and then as soon as I saw this mango jacket when I was shopping for $600, I knew exactly what I needed to do, and that is order some studs on Amazon. So here's my plan. Step one, I'm gonna take a photo of this and make my own layout because I don't know exactly the pattern I want to do. The actual silhouette is much different from the one from Mango, so I don't want to copy it. I also want to do my own thing, you know, what would be the word? Customized, if you will. And then I will show you how I put the studs on, which we're both learning on this together because I've never done it. It's not like I'm an expert. I just like to DIY things. So there's a few things I'm a little worried about, and that is this is already sewn up. So it's gonna be really difficult to get these things through. I think I can maybe manage it. It's just gonna be a little weird and hard. And worst case scenario, I have to rip out the lining, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna see what it's capable of. I'm so excited. And if you're new to my channel, I do a ton of thrifting. I love DIY, sustainability, and affordability. Let's be honest, I live in New York City, and it's not like I have a ton of money just waiting on the side for me to, you know, spend. I'm not going to Mango and spending $600 on a jacket because it's cute. I'm getting a sample that I got for free and buying studs from Amazon and doing my best. So make sure to go to my channel, check if you've subscribed. I post new videos every single week, and I work full-time in the fashion industry. So I always get very encouraged by seeing comments, subscribers. I am gonna put the supplies in the description box as well, so if you want to do this yourself, you know, come do it with me, and you can buy the supplies through my links. I think they'll be affiliate because it's through Amazon shop. And then if you also ever do this, I would love to see you DM me. If you don't want to post on your like public story or something, just DM me in my Instagram messages because I love to hear from you guys from there too. So anyway, okay, moving on. Okay, so step one, I just airdropped a photo of my jacket here. I freaking love Canva. Background remover. Gonna do the same for this. So this is what I found online from Mango. Basically, we have, you know, the inspirations and then my jacket and their jacket. So what I'm gonna do is simply take a stud, CAD up, if you will, the layout that I want, and that way I know exactly how many, how big, how to space it out, and get the look I want, because I may want to do different options because I might not want exactly what I think, and then I just want to be able to make sure that the layout I choose is what I want. So long story short, you may not know this, but I'm a fashion designer, so I actually work in the industry and we do a ton of like top embellishments. I work on the knits top team right now, and basically there's so much embellishment going on in knit shirts. So this is kind of what I do when I do my job, but that way I know the scale of my stud. So this is the stud that you see right here. So if I literally just go like this, I will be able to do the smaller one. And there's probably a way to do a more clear image, but to be honest, like I don't care. Like I'm not being that specific because it doesn't really matter. Sometimes Canva is too sensitive. Like, why is it? So once I get this to the exact scale, pretty close, right? I'm gonna say so. These are gonna be my studs. So this one. Okay, so let's see what we want to do here. So really, I'm just gonna play with this, and then once I find my layout, I will get back to you. So I'm not totally sure if I should do the studs down the front or the studs off the front. So I did a poll on my Instagram, and by the time this is up, you won't even see this, but I do stuff like this all the time. So if you check out my Instagram, I sometimes throw stories on there and get a little vote, and then you can have a little say in what happens on here on this little channel of mine. Let's just start with the stuff that we know, and I'm gonna go based off of my experience. This is like kind of a fun, crazy fact, but I actually had a costume design business called Key Designs because of my last name. It's like short for my last name. Key Designs in high school, where I like danced all throughout all my years, like competitive and everything, and I just made dance costumes on the side, and like my mom taught me, and I would make costumes for people because I was making them for myself and people were liking them. And then I suddenly was making everyone else's costumes, and I was doing like all these solos and gave them a really good price compared to like this designer that used to do a lot of our costumes. So it was kind of fun, and honestly, if I ever had found myself stuck in Missouri for whatever reason, I think I would have probably gone down the costume design business route. But here we are in New York City working for corporate. So let's see here. I'm just gonna start going, okay? Don't judge me. So because this isn't, you know, the layers are still here, what I'm gonna do is see if I can get one through here and how that looks. There's no turning back now. All right, we got one through. I'm so proud of myself. I think I then need to smash it. Handy dandy hammer. One in. Adorable. And then I guess it's just a matter of measuring it out now. I don't feel like it. I'm actually wondering if there's a way I can like keep it inside. Do you know what I mean? And not through two layers. Maybe I need to get a little hole going. I got through this whole part. These are not perfect. Some don't go all the way through, la la la, but you know, close enough, honestly. And then we're just gonna keep making our way through. So I'm making progress. If you haven't caught the vibe, I'm not a perfectionist at all. So basically I just did the sides, the middle, and then the middle of that, the middle of that, the middle of that until it lined up. I did check a little bit here and there, but for the most part, it's just kind of eyeballing kind of thing. But if you are a measuring girly, I highly suggest doing that because that would be a good idea too. But just looking at my, you know, real life diagram from Canva, I was able to see how many I wanted, and if I had to adjust, I did. Like, it's not a big deal. I also didn't even really use the tools. Like, I didn't really use the hammer. I didn't really use this thing to poke holes, but I did use it to flatten out the prongs so that they were more tucked inside of the dome of the stud. And then you kind of had to flatten out this suede around it so that it wasn't crinkled. Can you see how red my fingers are? Guys, I knew this wasn't gonna be easy because I knew it was gonna like hurt to put through the studs, but I really didn't anticipate it being 3 hours to get the collar done. So I'll keep you posted. Like, my freaking self-tan is starting to come in. Like, during this entire video, I'm gonna change skin tones. We are gonna continue on. I did the larger ones here, and then in my idea thing, I wanted to do the smaller ones around here. I don't think I'll be able to do the belt. So that is something I'll probably take a pause on. I wouldn't want these to be on the back side of the belt, because what if it catches or something and like you can see it? This I know you'll never see because it's always gonna be folded down like that. But for this, you know, you see both sides at times, and it might make it look cheap, although I think that would be so pretty. But we move on. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is, because it's already fully lined and I'm not, you know, a manufacturer, I'm gonna seam rip the inside lining just a little bit so that I'm able to like put my hand in and push down the studs, which hopefully will mean I can go faster because it's 1 layer, not 2 leather freaking layers. That I don't accidentally stud the pocket bag, I'm gonna pull it out as much as I can so I know where everything is, because we don't want to, like, you know, make it non-functional. But basically I'm just in here and I'm gonna put the studs all around and stud it up. Stud it up, stud it up, stud it up. I'm gonna move on to the mini sized. I was so indecisive about what size stud I wanted to use. I ordered both sizes, and I'm glad I did because I honestly think I needed both because of what was on the collar and then what was around the pockets. So those are the two sizes I ordered. You could probably size down in both, but with my inspiration being that mango sample and their more dome heavy hitter studs that I knew are too like production grade, I didn't even want to try those. That these were the best options for me. The jacket is complete. Here's the thing. I didn't do the loops at the top or the belt around the base because again, I didn't want it to like catch or anything. But I do think that the pockets and the lapel actually turned out so freaking nice. All in all, I freaking did it. I can't feel my fingertips at all. So invest in, I don't know, metal hands. But the jacket is on. And it's gorgeous, and I'm so excited to wear this. I don't know when. I need to figure out a timeline, but it looks really nice, and maybe I will be able to add more to it, you know, after the hands heal. But that's how I did it. I literally just got the items, pushed it through. Nothing is perfect about this, but it is handmade, it is original, and it's fun. And it's a good way to update your clothes if you have something that you've held on to for so long. It could be a good way to test it, see if you like the trend, and not spend $600. Maybe because their hands and the actual production cost of doing all those studs is quite literally horrible, but worth it. So anyway, that's it in today's video. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one, which I'll be in freaking London and then into Paris. So I'm very excited to show off that trip, and my mom and my sister are gonna be there, and they're already there actually, having so much fun without me, and I'm really excited to join them. So subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.